So in short, a friend of mine has this really awesome little side hustle that she's doing where she's making custom natural soaps. And as somebody who struggles with dry skin because I was using garbage soap and I was working as a machinist for a long time and the coolant would tend to dry my skin out, this stuff is absolutely amazing. So enough of the shilling aside. If you are interested in it, I'll have a link in the pinned comment down below. Let's actually talk about the project itself. So the original material of choice that my friend Jamie had for this project was leather, and yes, we are going to get to that eventually. The only problem is to actually make the text visible, we had to make the coins 2 inches in diameter, and the really nice leather die-cut blanks that I have are only 1 3/8 in diameter. Kind of see a problem there. Also, I don't have any large pieces of leather I can cut out from, and I really don't like the burnt edge that you get from doing laser cut leather. It's just a personal thing, but I'm not really into it. But that's neither here nor there. We have some leather on order, so let's cut to the chase. So to pull this project off, I utilized the fact that I could have one edge of the material become my zero location, and also I set up effectively a little fence on the edge of my laser, so that's, where the material gets butted up against. So for side one, what I did is I came along and I engraved the text that goes on the back side of the coin, and I trimmed the material to a known size. Also, you'll notice that for both sides of this, it was engraving on material that didn't exist. That's because unscrupulous Amazon sellers like to advertise most of their material as 12 by 8, I believe it is, when in reality it's 200 by 300 millimeters, and they're not the same size. So it was my fault for not double checking that, but it's also their fault for selling me undersized material, so who's really at fault here? Let me know in the comments down below. Once I got the parts cut, engraved and the material cut to a known size, I came along and flipped the material 180 degrees along its long axis. So the side that was just up gets flipped like this, shoved against the corner, and then we can come along and engrave what is the front side of the material. Then we can come along and cut the individual discs out of the material. Now, I know time-wise, this probably is not the most efficient way to do things, especially considering the speed limitations on my K40 laser, but at the same time, I am not doing enough of these to justify an engraving galvo laser where I could just cut the blanks out and stick them in there, or just stick a sheet of material in there, engrave it, toss it in the laser, and cut it out. I'd love to get to that point, but I'm not there yet, so that's neither here nor there. So that is how I went about tackling making double-sided wood coins using a K40 laser without any fancy engraving equipment. Now, eventually when I do get the leather, I will do a video specifically on making the leather version of these, which will obviously be a little bit different. But if you are trying to make double-sided engraved items, this might be something worth looking into, as it definitely expands your possibilities. Obviously, it is a little bit tricky. You do have to make sure that you have the correct side flipped over and you do it in the right orientation, but it's an option. All right, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll conclude the video with some nice doing laser shots. And like I said, if you are interested in my friend Jamie's soaps, link is in the video down below. I highly recommend that you go and check them out and help support an awesome friend of mine making some really awesome products. So see you guys here next time on Make It With Calvin.